Okay, I'm up at the McKenzie Flora Reserve. Yeah, I'd never heard of it either. At Alexandra. Gonna head off on a little, it's about 3Ks, 3.5K walk, a little loop, before I head back to Melbourne tonight. So I was up at Rubicon this morning in the rain, and you'll never guess, but the rain hasn't really stopped yet. But anyway, let's just head off and see what this little park has to offer. By doing this little walk, it'll save me battling the peak hour traffic in Melbourne, so that's a good thing. Alright, catch up with you soon when there's something to see. So there's a few signs at the start of this walk saying track is very slippery, so I think it's because it's this, I don't know if it's coming up on the video, it's almost like a hard dirt surface. It gets like a thin layer of, you can see someone slip right there actually, it gets like a thin layer of algae almost on it, I reckon, and it is slippery. So the track splits here, I don't know which way. I'm going to come back on one of them and go up. I might go left and come back on the right split, I suppose. I don't know if there's much difference in this, to be honest with you. So it looks like prime roo territory around here. I've seen a lot of roo pads, but no roos yet. So far so good on the slipping over side too. I haven't managed to fall flat on my arse yet. However, still plenty of time for that. Plenty of wildflowers out here. I've got no idea what any of them are, but they look nice. So apart from the flowers, looks like there's a fair bit of mining history here. Noticed a few mine shafts beside the track. So I've just crossed over into the Mount Pleasant Reserve above what looks like the local wastewater treatment plant. That's where I started, over in that woodland there. This bit looks like it's a reclaimed farmland to me anyway. I'm just wandering up the hill a little bit. I guess we're gonna go up there for a bit of a view. I don't think the view's gonna be very sweet today though. There's a shed on our left here, which could be like a bit of a picnic area, I think. Yeah, it's got a tank. That's pretty sweet. There's roos up there too. Thought it looked like roo country. I think that's an old farming shed. It's got some old farm gates in it. But it'll get you out of the rain if you're here in conditions like I am today. We'll head up this hill. Might get a photo or video of some roos if I'm lucky. Geez, my feet are getting wet. Anyway, I'll deal with it. So I've reached the high point on this walk, which also happens to be the turnaround point really. That river, I don't know if you see it just coming to the screen now, it's kind of in the middle of the screen down the valley. That's the Goin River. It's downstream of Ilden. It's actually flowing fairly well. They've had a lot of rain up here, believe it or not, in the last few weeks. There's a roo there, just sticking his head over that, over the grass. I don't know if I can zoom in on him. No, he's put his head down now. He knows I'm zooming on him. This is the picturesque town of Alexandra, actually, not Alexander. Alexandra down there. And there's the roos in the distance. There's plenty of them, but they're pretty keen to keep their distance from me, which is fair enough. All right, this rain's getting heavier. I drop back down to that loop track and finish my walk before I get even any wetter. It's been a wet old day today, but that's good. I'd rather rain than fires at the moment, because I think we're going to have plenty of them this year. As you can see, this bit of the walk, it's just walking across old farmland. There's no real track to follow here. I just followed the fence line up to the top of the ridge. It's pretty obvious, really. And the kangaroos are keeping the grass pretty low, so not pushing through thick grass or anything like that, which is good. That's a gnarly old tree. Alright, I'm back in the McKenzie Flora and Fauna Reserve. Wow, the first one I walked through anyway. This is the one with the slippery track. Not helped by the constant rain today, but the only thing about this little walk is there's a lot of kangaroo tracks and other tracks meandering their way through the bush. I need to swing down there. However, I'm not sure if this is the way or not. I'm thinking like I might go this way. I can always head cross country if I think I'm on the wrong one. Once again though, like I've said numerous times, there's so many tracks in these little parks sometimes that even if you happen to veer onto the wrong one, like a kangaroo path, it's normally pretty easy to negotiate your way back to where you need to be, as long as you keep a bit of an eye on the map. This is a damp little wallaby there. There he goes. You can see all the oops, I'll swing back out. You can see what I was trying to say before with the zoom stuck on. You can see all the little wallaby tracks and kangaroo tracks everywhere. I think I might be getting wet here. Ooh, there's a cold shower down my bare legs. There's another wobbly. That one's sitting under a tree. Who can blame him? Okay, well I'm pretty well back at the ute now. Back at the car. I haven't got the ute today. I got Sam's car. So this little walk, pleasant little stroll, was comes out about 3.1 k's. I mean, you could probably make it a bit longer if you wanted, or a bit shorter. If you wanted to go longer, you could walk along that ridge top up at the where I turned around. There's a fence line runs along the top of the ridge. You could follow that for a bit longer. I'm not sure how far you could go, but you could definitely extend it, or you could shorten it up by not going into that Mount Pleasant Reserve, I think it was called. Look, to be honest, wouldn't travel a shitload of distance to do this one, but if you're like me, you've been in the area and you're looking for something to do for an hour or half an hour or so, I guess. Yeah, it was a nice walk. The tracks are really good. There's a lot of wildlife, a lot of roos, a lot of wallabies, a lot of birds, a lot of wildflowers around, and not many people. Didn't see another person. In fact, I've done about, on this walk I've done 3.1 k's, but all up today I've done about 27 k's, and I haven't seen one other person on any of the tracks that I've been on all day. It is a weekday though, and it is raining, so that probably explains a little bit. All right, I'm gonna pull off my wet trail runners, chuck on my driving Havianas, and head back to Melbourne. Head home for a warm shower, I reckon. I'll catch up with everyone next time I go for a walk, I guess. All right, that's it. I'm back.